Hey everybody, thanks for joining me today. Today we're going to take a look at some readily available protein for your prepper pantry. Alright, thanks for coming back and thanks for joining me today. I want to discuss some readily available protein items that you can buy in your store right now, regardless of the grocery store, and start your prepper pantry. A lot of people overlook proteins and they tend to think of just what's in front of you right here. Canned chicken, and I forgot, but canned tuna, your imported ham, Spam, stuff like that, canned meats. Well, what I'm going to show you today is there's a lot of other ways to get protein, and some you may not have even thought of. Now the first thing we're going to talk about, because we're going to bring everything out here, is beans. That's peas, but beans in general, black beans. And I keep these because my wife likes to make pea soup. Beans are an excellent store of protein. And they're really readily available. They're very inexpensive. Now, of course, I don't store my beans like this. Generally, what I'll do is buy a larger bag. I'll put them in a Mylar bag with an oxygen absorber, seal them up, put them in a 5-gallon bucket. But to start out with, you don't need to do that. To start out with, you can start buying these little 1-pound bags, keep them on your shelf, and be ready. I like lentils the best because they're a really good store of protein, and they're also really good. I like lentil soup. So that is your first step. Okay? Next up, sunflower seeds. Sunflower seeds, and where did I put them? Really, I can't find them now. There they are. Peanuts, nuts in general. Nuts are a great store of protein. They are a little more expensive than they used to be. I believe, gosh, I think this can was like 5 something, and this is just store brand generics. But peanuts especially, sunflower is still pretty cheap, but it's an excellent store of protein, and it's readily available. Go to the store, buy it. Real simple. So you can store them that way, or you can buy them in bulk. Honestly, when it comes to nuts, I store them this way. I don't have a place where I can buy a 50-pound bag of peanuts, so I'm sure there are, but that's how I store them. Next up, something we think about now. This is something, again, I said readily available in your grocery store. Depending on your grocery store, you might be able to find this. This is canned cheese, or cheese product. Yeah, it's processed. Yeah, it's got a ton of chemicals in it. Probably not the best thing for you, but if you want cheese, it's cheese. But if you can't find this, okay, there's always these. Not a lot of people think about this. These are those cheddar dip cheese sauces. They work really well. I've made some freeze-dried hamburgers with them, and I put this on top. And this stuff is really good. So it's another source of protein that's easy to come by. This is something that, now of course everybody thinks peanut butter, and I have tons of peanut butter stored. But if you can't store a ton of peanut butter, or you want something in powder form, you get powdered peanut butter. PB2. Real simple to find in your stores. It's a little more expensive, but you can also just buy regular peanut butter, a case at a time. We have a local place here, Smith's, and it's I think it's a division of Kroger's, and they usually have case sales at least twice a year. So what I'll do is I'll go pick up a case of peanut butter, put it on my storage racks, and check it in about 2 years because peanut butter generally doesn't go bad. Okay, next up, depending on your store. Believe it or not, I found these in Walmart. They're not normally in Walmart. Are these Keystone Meats? Yeah, it's the same as the chicken here, but they're a little bit bigger. And actually, I find this to be better than a lot of the canned chicken like this stuff. So you can find canned chicken. You can also find canned beef. A warning on the beef: when you open it up, it's going to look nasty. There's going to be fat and water and liquid and everything. Just cook it off. Trust me, cook it off. Heat it up. The meat is really, really good. Again, I find the Keystone stuff to be a little bit higher quality than stuff you buy off the shelf in most places. So let me push everything back here a little bit so we have some light. So that's another option right there. Next up. Now this is something I've been noticing more and more often in a lot of the grocery stores, and this happens to be Walmart. And for those that Wonder why I mention Walmart so much. I live in a town where Walmart really is the biggest place to shop in. There isn't much of a choice. We have Kroger's, Walmart's, and Albertsons is just so expensive that nobody really bothers to go there. This is something a little different, okay? These are beef meatballs. Sure beats a can of Spam every day. And that's my point. With storing proteins, it doesn't just have to be Spam. There are many, many options out there. These are beef fajita strips. These are actually really good. I opened up a can of these to test them out because I believe in trying stuff before I store it. And they were really surprising. Really good. A little bit of a, they say it's in sauce. I noticed the sauce was a little spicy. But it wasn't fajita sauce. It just kind of tasted like it had a lot of spice in it. Next up, soups. An excellent store of protein. Real simple to procure. This is a grilled sirloin steak with hearty vegetable soup. But any kind of soup with any kind of protein in it, really easy to get. Now, of course, we have the old standby. If you like fish, there's lots of ways to do it. I am aware that some people want to avoid tuna in oil, tuna in water, tuna with mercury. Regardless, there's always canned tuna, okay? You have sardines. Pretty simple to get. Rather inexpensive. Of course, I picked the one can. See, here's the top and the lid's on backwards. I picked the one can out of my pantry that's upside down. This is chicken of the sea pink salmon, okay? This is flake white albacore tuna in water. So if you're a fish eater, if you're not big into meats, you can still get your proteins. If you can't get beans like this, which would really be hard for me to find that you couldn't, but if you can't, all right, if you don't want to store them that way, there's other ways to get beans. Buy them in cans. Canned pinto beans, real simple to come by. Again, there's garbanzos. And the old standby, last but not least, corned beef hash. So there's lots of other ways to get your protein into your diet and into your prepper pantry without just relying on Spam. I hear a lot of people are like, I've got tons of Spam stored away. Well, you know what? I love Spam, and I get sick of Spam after a while. So you want to make sure that your pantry's kind of varied. You have enough choices in there to look around and see what's in there. Don't forget too, this is an expensive way to buy it, but beef jerky, nothing wrong with it. It's a good source of protein. It's good for about a year, year and a half. And it's stored like this. Maybe longer, but I'd still check it after a year, year and a half. I don't see expiration dates on it. And it is resealable up top there. So there are definitely other ways to get protein into your diet and into your prepper pantry without relying on Spam and canned chicken. Tons of other ways to do it. Anyway, thank you for coming along with me today and taking a look at what we got here. And don't forget to check out the link below if you guys do any kind of Amazon shopping. You don't have to buy the items I have in my Amazon store. Just follow the link, do your normal shopping. You'll help support the channel, help me bring you more cool stuff. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.